really quick broadcast. Trying to film this broadcast. Will it work this time? What do you think? Great. Googly moogly. Man, this is working so good. Come on, YouTube. This is the last one for this series. Metal Gear Solid 5, Metal Gear Solid V, Let No Bad Happen. It's the last stream. I just got 100% completion literally like a second ago. It was very strange. So like, okay, you can obviously fill out the database, right? For the encyclopedia, you get 100% of all these different animals. 100%. As for the documentation, there's all these blueprints, right? Some of them are hidden out in one of the two open worlds, Afghanistan or Africa. Most of these are going to be gotten during the course of the storyline. Some of these are hidden out in the middle of nowhere, but these are just side missions, stuff like that. And I've had my base completely filled out for a long time. And so, like, I'm not quite sure what needs to be done here. And I wasn't sure for a very long time. And so I began to just guess. I still don't have enough mother base coins to buy a fourth forward operating base. So I kept selling off. I don't have any precious metal right now. I kept selling off more and more resources to develop more and more weaponry, thinking that was the case. I hurried up and I did everything for buddy equipment. I developed all the buddy equipment. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, I mean, let's wait for this to load first. Then you might have a thought process. You might be thinking to yourself right now that we're on this screen. You might be thinking to yourself, wow, how are you able to dress up Quiet? You know, how are you able to develop things for Quiet? Isn't Quiet gone? Didn't you do a Quiet exit? Yes, I did a Quiet exit, see? And I S-ranked it, and I all-tasked it. But check this out. We got ourselves a proxy war without end. And look at that! Quiet's back. How did I do that? How did I get Quiet back? What a mystery. Am I playing with mods? No. In case you don't know, if you go play Cloaked in Silence, if you replay Cloaked in Silence, I believe 7 times in a row, it'll eventually churn. So what does that mean? So you'll play it again for Reunion Cloaked in Silence, and then Quiet will come back, and everything will be hunky-dory. But what does that mean? What does that mean? It means that our main character here is having another hallucination, man. She's not back. She spoke English. If she was back, then Mother Base staff members would start to fall left, right, and center. They would die, you know, en masse, and that's not happening. She has activated vocal cord parasites. She's not actually back. Our main character is hallucinating again. And that's what's happening here. But for all functions and everything else, she can help you replay a couple levels or whatever you want to do with her. So yeah, there you go. Anyways, yeah, I couldn't, after I got all the things and I beat all the combat deployments and everything else, after all that stuff, I still wasn't at 100%. I was at 96% for a while. And then I was thinking that maybe I hadn't developed enough guns. I hadn't developed enough weapons. So, since that was my thought process, I went ahead and I did Skullface, because there's a ton of resources in the mission Skullface at OKB0. So I did Skullface, and whenever I came back, I was at 99% completion. And I said, like, on the off chance that this is a matter of not having enough medical or mother-based personnel, you know, then let's go ahead and see if that's the case. So I redid Code Talker today and got 99 people, or 100 people. I recruited 100 more mother-based members, and then I checked and I had 100% completion. So I know that you can look up like IGN's 100% completion checklist. I know you can look that up if you want, but it doesn't tell you that you also have to have enough mother-based personnel. It's clear that you shouldn't fire mother-based personnel right before Shining Lights Even in Death. All that does is deactivate the mission until you have enough personnel to run that mission. I got all the... You won't be able to see this. Yeah, it'll say... It says video is paused, broadcasting only mic audio, but I have all of the trophies and everything. In order to get all the trophies, you do have to... There's a couple things you have to do. I think I didn't get all the trophies for the Xbox 360 copy because they'd already shut down the online component, and you do have to have an successful forward operating base, you know, thing to forward operating base infiltration to get all the trophies. But I've got 43 out of 43 trophies, 100%. In order to do that, by the way, you do have to make a nuke and then dismantle it after you make it. So that's one of the things that I did. I do have bad news, though. Additional bad news on top of all the other bad news. There's no such thing as a no-kill run for Mgsv 100%. There is no such thing. I went into, I don't know how I got an extra like 30 out of that, but I went into Shining Lights Even in Death again. And whenever you have the guys, the 3 guys that you have to take out after the cutscene at the top of the quarantine facility, the game enables CQC for a small amount of time. And I threw my guys, I punched my guys, I kicked my guys, I did everything to my guys, and it wouldn't count. And Miller kept yelling at me the entire time. I choked my guys out. That didn't even put them to sleep, choking them out. One of my guys stayed on the floor after I choked him out, and he just sat there twitching. And I went over and I kicked him, and it killed him. Killed him with a kick, blunt force trauma. I just like kicked him in the leg too. If you shoot your guys in the leg once, or in the arm once, or something, nothing much will happen.